That carpooling, Gaurav, has generated a lot of interest among all journalists where you are there as well, at the media center in Tianjin.
In fact, the moment this picture came, this was the most widely circulated picture, the second most widely circulated picture after that picture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and the Russian President Vladimir Putin together earlier in the morning. So there are two pictures that will make global headlines, this even more than the other. The carpool, both of them traveling together to the Ritz-Carlton. This is absolutely a delightful picture when you look at it from the Indian perspective and the Russian perspective. But clearly, the Americans will not be very happy about it. The West will not be very happy about it. But look at the messaging here. India's message is very clear that India and Russia, they remain friends. The Prime Minister has just taken to social media platform X to send out that message that discussions with President Putin are always insightful, and the two are able to carry very long conversations. Ambassador Dogra, will bear us out. 5 hours plus is when the two spoke one-on-one with just their interpreter in Moscow, and that conversation continued, quite late into the night in Moscow, and it was quite cold that time. Again, his conversation with President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kiev the very next month, that too, was long. The Prime Minister had put an arm around President Zelensky. He hoped all the loss of life and trauma would end soon, but that can only happen through dialogue, when there's bilateral dialogue with no intervention, because the Russian president is very clear. They had almost reached a ceasefire. It was only the Europeans who intervened, the British in particular, when the war started, that started in 2022, is continuing till this month in 2025, August of 2025. So the situation, as far as the Russians are concerned, they are winning. They control 1/5 of Ukrainian territory. When the war started, they had Donetsk and Luhansk, 85% of it. Now they have the entire Donbass region. They have Zaporozhye and they have Kherson, and they are in control of the nuclear power plant, and they're making inroads in other parts, including parts of Kharkiv towards the east in Ukraine. And this just goes on to show that Russia has no reason to stop this unless Ukraine wants peace without outside interference. And perhaps that's one of the important conversations that may well happen today, because the Prime Minister has a message from President Zelensky to deliver to President Putin.